All right, everybody. I don't have a lot of people on the live feed. Um, this wasn't meant for to be a live feed, but it's just easier for me to do videos when it's live. And this is going to be the start of the course, if you want to call it that. The first things I need you guys to do is get a piece of paper out and write down some stuff so you guys can start actually taking steps to the right direction. This is going to be more of a motivational video and an information video. Let's see here. Don't need, that'd be fine. I was going to back it up some, but whatever. So this is, where do you want to be? Where is your end goal? Okay. Is it you just want to sell on eBay? You just want to make a side income? You want to have multiple incomes? You want to have a business, a store, or you just want to learn how to be in business? You want to write down where you want to be. And then you want to write down why you want to be there. Okay? Answer them 2 questions. And for everyone that's jumping on, I am live on Reselling is Life, Mac Masterminds, and my YouTube channel. So this is just something that I was planning on today. The earlier live video was not planned. This is what's planned. So now, once you guys write that stuff down, you don't have to answer them questions at this moment, but them questions will guide you in what direction you want to go. Okay? You want to make sure you know the where and why. Okay? That's going to be your motivation at all times. So when you hit that speed bump, you can look and go, I want to be there, and this is why I want to be there. So let's keep going. Okay? Not enough people think of this part of being in business. Not enough people think of this to succeed. They just jump in head first. And I'm going to tell you something. Planning is probably the most important part of doing anything in life. You don't just go, unless you have tons of money, you just don't go buy a house. You plan it out and make sure you can afford it. You don't go buy a car. You make sure you can afford that car. That's a plan. That's a, you're going in, I can afford $20,000. I can afford this much money a month. So you have a plan. Now, why wouldn't you have a plan going into something that's so crucial to your financial stability? Why wouldn't you have a plan? Okay? So, to give you an example is everything I do, I plan out everything. I have a budget of my bills at home. I have a budget for my business. I have for all of them. I have a budget for when I go out garage sailing. And I could go out and buy garage sale after garage sale, like everything at the garage sales. But if I did that, I would fail. Just because you have the money to spend doesn't mean that you should spend that money, because it might be a bad buy. A bad buy makes you no money. There we go again. You make money when you buy. And that people take that too literal. They don't think about it enough. They're like, you make your money when you sell, because you don't know what you're going to sell it for. That goes back to buying. If you buy it wrong, you never have a chance to make money. It starts with the buy. It starts with the purchase. Not many people get that. David, on a person that does courses, says that. And he's the very first person I've seen say that out of everyone that resells on the internet. He always says, you make your money when you buy. And I'm like, he's right. You look, if someone gets it. To give an example, if you can buy, let me grab something here. This is an old PDA. I like old stuff, okay? This PDA is worthless right now, okay? But let's say this item was going for $100 every day, all day on eBay. And you went and spent $90 on it. You just lost money, because you got to ship it, you got to sell it, you got the fees, everything else. They're going for $100. That's what they go for. So the less you spend on it, the more money you're going to make. That's being educated about what you do. That's being educated about what it sells for. That's being educated about how much money you can make. You have to know going in what you can sell it for before you buy. If you don't know what you can sell it for before you buy, you're going to fail. Every big time retailer, reseller, car lot, everything, know what they can sell the car for or the product for. Now, are there clearances and are there other things? Does the value go down? Yes, it does. But you bought right so you don't lose that much money. To give an example, if you bought an iPhone 8 and you bought it for $400 and they're going for $500 and they drop down to $400, you just lost. But if you start buying them at $300, you're buying it better. You have more of an insurance policy kind of. You're giving yourself that bubble. Okay, so you need to learn how to buy. Okay, and that's something that a lot of people don't get. You got to find out where you want to be later in the business, not what you want to be today. Today is a stepping stone to tomorrow. So if you want to be the top cell phone flipper in the world, how are you going to get there? What are you going to do to get there, and why do you want to get there? Other things we got to talk about in this course I'm going to be giving is simple things like inventory control. You don't want to get too much stuff. That's another thing. I did say in a past video, you keep buying, you keep buying, you keep buying, but you want to have inventory control. When I say keep buying is like in the video game world, if I'm going to buy, and the video game people that might be watching me today or watching this video, let's just say, let me think of a game, Mario parties, any of the Mario parties, they kind of go for the same price no matter what. And if I go to a garage sale and I see Mario Party for $1 at every single garage sale, I'm not going to stop buying because I know no matter how many I get, I'm going to make money. But now if I see them for $25 a piece, I'm not going to buy them all because they're going for $30 to $40 to $50. It matters what Mario Party it is. And I could lose money. So there's a time you buy no matter what, and there's a time that you control your income. That, again, comes with product knowledge. Now, to get into that, you've got to have product knowledge before you jump in. I know these people are selling courses, and a lot of people that are trying to get into this are struggling. It's America, and a lot of people struggle today. It's getting better. And I've seen people say even $300 is a lot of money to them. I mean, shoot, $300 is a lot of money to me. And $300 is a lot of money to most people, you know. Now, some people are going to say, yeah, $300 ain't nothing. Got it. It's nothing to you. But a lot of people that are out there today are going to have worth $300, $500, and $1,000 is a lot of money to them. And these people selling these courses for how to sell, you know, computers and how to sell, I don't know, housing, real estate, and how to sell cell phones. They're prying on that dream, okay? They're prying a little bit on the dream of, hey, look what I did. I could teach you how to do it, but you got to pay me first. I get it. That's a way to brand yourself and market yourself, but it's kind of prying on a dream. Just because you succeeded doesn't mean that you can teach someone else to succeed. And that doesn't mean that what I'm telling you is going to work. I think some of the best information in the world is free. And people are going to argue me on this, but it's common sense. Common sense is your most powerful knowledge you can have. To give you an example, it's common sense that you're not going to have someone go steal your phones. You sell stolen phones, you're going to get in trouble. It's common sense that if you sell broken items, you're not going to be in business very long. That's common sense. But if you didn't have that knowledge, you're going to fail. So it's the most powerful piece of information. Now, people are going to say negotiation is the most powerful, and it's not. Negotiation is not the most powerful thing. Negotiation is the easiest thing in the world. Negotiation is very, very simple. And sorry, guys, I have no clue how some people get on these videos and don't have their business going and don't get calls and texts. I get texts all the time in front of you guys. But anyways, negotiation is something that people struggle with. Um, and I think it's because they're intimidated by what the other person's going to say. Now, how you get around that is intimidation is a two-part. You're worried what they're going to say to you, and you're worried that they're going to say no. No is not a bad word. So if you came to me and I had an iPhone 8 and you came to me and says $200, if I said, F you, you stupid B, blah, 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 you're not going to get, what does it matter? Move on to the next one. That was 20 seconds of your life. Who cares? It's gone. Q-tip it. Q-tipping is quit taking it personal. It's business. They might get mad at you. You made an offer. Who cares? Go on to the next. Intimidation is where you're going to lose. Negotiation isn't where you're going to lose. Intimidation is. And some people say with me being 6'3", 290 pounds, that I intimidate people to do what I want. They don't know that I'm 6'3", 290 pounds when I'm talking to them on the phone. They don't know that when they're texting me. Now, when they come into they'll see me, they see, hey, look at this guy, but I'm nice as can be. I'm friendly at all times. I just say, this is what I can do. If it helps you, we can move forward. It's about how you word it also. I know some people like to downplay an item, saying, well, this is kind of a piece of crap. The screen's broke. This is broke on it. This is broke on it. And this is gone. And this is gone. And this is wrong with it. So I only can offer you this. Someone's going to get really upset about that. But if you turn that and say, hey, I'm a computer technician, or I'm a phone technician, or whatever you are, I sell broken phones for parts. I have some part people. And this is what it's worth to me today, because these parts can't be sold. I can't sell them parts. So to me, this is worth this. You're going to get a less reaction. You don't want to slam their product. You want to explain to them the reasons why it's not worth to you, but you don't want to put it down. There's a fine line there. I learned that when I was selling cars. I sold cars for a couple years. And when someone would bring in, I learned this really quick too. Someone would bring in a trade-in to buy a used car. I would talk up the used car that had a scratch, had a dent, had this issue, had that issue. I would talk it up and go around them. That's what I was taught to do. But then when I went to appraise their car, I would slam them. I'd be like, well, I got to put new tires on it. I got to do this, and I got to do this. I got to do this. And I think it was about after 6 months of doing that, I wasn't getting so many trade-ins, but I was selling cars, but I wasn't getting the trade-ins for, trading a car for another used car is a tough deal. Have people ever done that? Now, trading in a used car for a new car is a little bit easier. You're getting a brand new car. Selling new cars is easy. It should be perfect. So anyways, I changed my tactic, and I would sit there and I would say something like this. I would go, yeah, I know my car's got this wrong with it and this wrong with it. So I'm going to meet you halfway, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you that price. Now on your trade-in, I noticed that you need new tires. So that I got to get new tires on my car too. I know how that is. So, I can offer you this on your car. That's where I'm at on it. And I would become a conversation with them, not just slamming their car. I would relate to them and not slam their car. And then I started getting more trade-ins, and I was buying them for a lot less money. My sales manager goes, how are you getting these cars? One time, I am not playing, I put someone in a 2001 Tahoe that was fully loaded for $900 a month lease, because he brought me a car that he leased from Dodge, and he was 20,000 miles over the payment, or over the mileage. And I took the trade-in, flipped it, put it on him on the other, on the new car, up his thing. I said, this is how I did it. I'm like, you have two options. We can go ahead and take your lease back, but you're going to have to pay this today, this lump check. Or we can get you in this Tahoe today, and since you have such wonderful credit, I'm going to go ahead and just take that payment, put it into the loan, and we got you approved. I switched it and put on what greatness he was. He had good credit. And he left with I can't believe it, $900-something payment on a Tahoe. That's insane. So communication is more powerful than negotiation. You want to relate to the person. I mean, even if you don't break your phone, if they have a shattered screen on it and you can sit there and be like, man, I know these things shatter so easy, don't they? Isn't that, I mean, I shattered my screen. My phone is broke too, and I got to fix it. But you know how it is. Mechanics' cars don't run as good as their customers' cars, and sit there and just say, I got to get that fixed. Yeah, I totally understand. Or if a charging port's going out and go, man, I've seen that so many times. I'm in the phone business. These things, I don't know if they're cheap or not, but that's something I'm going to have to fix. And you're kind of relating to them instead of slamming them on it. If you get what I'm saying, there's a fine line. So then they're not feeling that you're ripping them off. You're not just slamming their product so that they're trying to sell, so you get it cheaper so you can make more money, which in turn, that's kind of what we're doing. And that's an important part of negotiation. I think I like calling it communication. And when people tell me over the phone, they're like, I have an iPhone this, and this is wrong with it. Right when they say something's wrong with it, I say, I cannot give you an offer over the phone. I have to see the phone in person. Would you like to bring it to me? That's what I say every single time. So they know right away that I got to look at that phone. I'm not going to sit there and go, hey guys, yeah, you got a broken screen. I'll give you $300 for that one. I'll give you $300 for iPhone 8. Bring it on into me. And if you bring it into me, I'll look at it. And then when they thinking they're getting $300, they bring it in. I'm like, whoa, I'm only going to give you $150. You're not going to close them deals. You're just not going to close them deals. Another part of this business is selling. Selling is more of an art than I think buying is, because you're trying to sell something and then you got to back it up, especially if you sell local. eBay, yes, they have the ways that you can return things later and they can rip you off and blah, blah, blah. I don't get it that often, but whatever. But if you're selling local, your reputation is everything. Your reputation will sell more phones or computers or video games than anything else in this world. Reputation. So if you're selling something, you want to sell yourself over the object. Now, how do I do that? Let's say you sell a phone and it ends up being broken, or let's say a month down the line it comes up lost and stolen, and you sold it local. Take care of them. Eat it. Your fault. Make them feel like it's not their fault at all, that you will refund their money or get them a new phone. Make it happen for them. It's not going to happen that often. But when you take care of that customer, I guarantee you have a customer for life. So, or another way is, like I have stacks of stuff, okay? And they'll call me up. I'll get a call. Do you have an iPhone 6? I want an iPhone 6, or I want an iPhone 7, or I want a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, or this. Yep, I sure do. What do you want? Do you want a B grade, an A grade, And they'll say, well, I don't mind if it's a little scuffed on the back, but I really want a good screen. Cool beans, I have them for this price. They're going to put it in the case. That's what they say. They don't care if the back's scratched up or the back's even cracked. I get that all the time with crack. And it's just the way it is. People don't, they tell you what they want, and you want to communicate with them on that level too. You want to become their friend. You want to become their person they go to. Okay. Last but not least, what I want to talk about today is your goals. Okay. What you want to do is you want to write down 3. I do 5, but you want to write down 3 goals. 3 goals. And when you complete one of them goals, you want to go ahead and take it off and put a new goal. Okay. I say put this on your mirror. Put it on your mirror where you see it every single day, like in the bathroom, and put these 3 goals. It could be as simple as, I'm going to sell something today, or I'm going to buy something today, or I need to list 5 items today. It could be, I need to go for a jog today. Anything. Make them attainable. When you reach that goal, take that goal off and put a new goal down. That's very important to get in these routines. So anyway, what this is about today is I want you guys to sit there, and on the next one, when you see this, I'm going to do my next video, possibly tomorrow night or the next night after that. It'll be Wednesday or Thursday. And I want you guys to come into this chat. I'm going to advertise it pretty heavy. And I want you guys to come to me with your why you're doing this, where you want to be, okay? Where you want to be and why you're doing it. I want them, and we're going to talk about it. All right, guys, I am out.